Is the MiG-23ML still worth to buy, especially with the summer sale happening right now? Let's talk a little bit about it. Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe, and we are flying out with the MiG-23ML. Once the best premium that you could actually buy, but right now, I don't know guys, it's complicated. First things first, the summer sale. Yes, you can get this aircraft by half price if you buy it on the summer sale, so it is, no matter what happens, one of the best premiums that you can buy because of that, right? It's 50% off. But you do have to be careful. First thing is that it's not actually in the store itself. You have to go to the link to actually buy it. I will leave the link in the description. And then click on the little window that shows the MiG-23. So it's kind of weird what it was going on. I don't know what happened there. But at the same time, it is there for you to buy, and a 50% discount is a very big discount. For me, for example, it is around 95 reais, which is very, very cheap compared to the 190 that you would normally pay, right? So it is really, really cheap. But even with the summer sale, is it worth? Well, that's the thing, guys. I don't know if you know this, but the MiG-23s, the MiG-27s, all of them received kind of a major nerf, in the last update, in the Seeker and Destroy update, and somewhat before, I think. They're basically just changing the way that the MiG-23 is. What happened was that there was some misinterpretation of the numbers of the flight model in turn rate and other things like that, because it used to use the missiles with the old drag model that was a lot heavier, and with the new drag model that introduced it a while back, basically means that the aircraft itself was overperforming, because it was basically being pushed by data to actually be a little bit better to compensate with the higher drag that the missile would have, right? When they fixed the missile, they didn't fix the aircraft itself, meaning that you would remain with the extra, performance that he used to have to just push through the drags of the missiles being carried, but without that drag being added, right? So it was overperforming, they say, right? And obviously with that, the aircraft was nerfed, and it is not a big nerf, okay? It's really okay, but you do feel it. If you've been playing with this aircraft for a while, you will feel the difference, The MiG-23 has been one of my favorite aircraft until the MiG-29 was added. It was my favorite aircraft of the game. I love MiGs in general. It's not even about like Soviet aircraft. I love the Mikoyan Design Bureau aircraft. I really do love them, and it was one of my favorite aircraft. To play with it, and I used to play a lot of this aircraft, and going back at it, it is not the same as it was. And together with some weird bugs, like for example that one with the R-24 just going completely to the side there and not doing anything, there are some troubles here that you will feel it. You will feel the aircraft a little bit more sluggish, the aircraft turning a little bit less. This match in particular, they're going to see, I don't know if you remember the MiG-23MLs, MLAs, and the MLD obviously a little bit better than those, used to basically destroy everything in a dogfight. Even F-5Cs, it would be very close, but it could actually destroy them in a very, very close dogfight. So imagine something like the F4, and you will see that it's nothing like it was before. You feel the sluggishness of these aircraft. The auto wings are still not the greatest thing ever. I still prefer to use manual. This match I was only using auto wings. Honestly, not really my choice here. I prefer to choose the wings that I use. You gotta be careful sometimes, but in an overall sense, since it's the semi-auto mode, it kind of has some safe parameters, so you will not break its wings, but still you need to be careful, yeah, with other little things like the R60 being very easy to decoy, with the R-24 just not being the greatest. The radar of the MiG-23, I mean, it's alright, but it's not the greatest thing ever as well. The R-24T is an amazing missile, probably like the best missile you can actually take, and still more worth to take than the R-24R in my opinion, for the average player at least. But with the sluggishness of the aircraft, I don't know, I have a feeling that this aircraft might not be worth to actually buy. The problem is that the aircraft that you can actually buy right now in the Soviet air factory for a premium are very limited. So, in the sense of the summer sale, obviously, right? You can only buy the Su-25K, the Su-39, and the MiG-23. So they're very, very different aircraft, right? For you to actually buy. So for a person to just ignore completely the Su-25 or the MiG-23 means that the person really wants a certain type of aircraft. An Su-25, Su-39 are CAS aircraft. This is mainly a fighter. It needs to be played in a very, very different way, right? So there is that factor that limits the choices that you have. But still, I don't know. I mean, look at this. For example, I did a mistake of shooting at that target, but then I just cannot get a proper lock. Locks on Chef. I'm not complaining about it. I think it's alright. It is a normal radar. I complain when pull stopper radars do that, but not when normal radars do that. So it's just a very, very, you know, right now an aircraft that needs a little bit of learning on how to play it. And it's facing better, you know, aircraft. It's not what it used to be. So take those things into consideration. I'm not saying it is a bad aircraft, okay? It is a good aircraft. I would still fly this thing over an F4S, for example. I still believe that it is the best option, but it is not what it was basically, right? So if you have that mind of, oh my god, I was saving just for this aircraft because everybody says it is the most amazing thing ever, just realize that it might not be the most amazing thing ever anymore. And I seriously don't doubt that we will see a new premium coming for like the Tech 3 of the Soviet Union being the quote-unquote best premium that they would have. We can have a MiG-2193, we can have a MiG-2398, and so many other variants of aircraft. And I honestly believe that we will see another premium like that coming up very, very soon to being a rank 8, right? But at the moment, the MiG-23, is it worth it? Well, yes, it is, because it is in a half price. I still think that it's a better option than the Su-25s and Su-39s, but there is a little bit of learning how to fly this thing, and at the end of the day, when it's out of summer sale, then I don't think it's really worth it. So take that into account, okay? If you are planning on buying this aircraft, remember we still have like 9 or 8 days of that. And yeah, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye guys. See ya.